and you could run it through a bigger amp, and just crank it up.
Yeah, like
big ass
did Matt
speakers,
did Matt ever tell you the Gorilla story?
Gorilla?
The Gorilla
like the
speaker? Yeah, the little Gorilla amps. Has he ever tell you this story?
I don't know. You got a story about Gorilla amps?
Tell him the story, man. Fucking. This is awesome.
When we lived in Los Angeles, we jammed with this guy that Greg worked with and had kind of learned from and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Jeff, great guy, great guy, man, and very talented dude.
Yeah.
But we all talked about jamming before, and I got to know Jeff a little bit too, and so we talked about jamming together and stuff. So we're like, all right, well, cool, let's set up a date, and we'll go to one of these like rehearsal rooms and stuff that you can rent some time and just fucking crank out. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. So we get it together, and there we were, and I brought this little Gorilla amp, something like see a little amp on the bottom shelf. There's something about that big. Little practice fucking baby, little baby thing. And Greg mic'd it and shit. Did we mic it?
Yeah, I mic'd it
because it didn't have a direct out.
I mic'd it and I used the PA system in the room, and I used just a generic mic, put it right up to it.
Yeah.
And he was playing out of a fucking half stack, fucking full on Marshall.
Jeff comes with this
badass stack.
Jeff comes with this rotted fucking Marshall and shit, all tricked out. And she's like, yeah, man, what's up? Okay, so we're ready, and he's laughing and shit. He's looking at the
laughing at my
looking at
setup.
the Gorilla amp, and he's like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, oh, okay.
And then next thing you know,
we start playing.
Turn it down.
We start playing. Yeah. We start playing and shit. I'm just like,
he kept cranking his shit.
Yeah.
And he just get drowned, man.
Yeah,
he just kept cranking.
He kept inching it up and stuff.
And he's like, turn it. Can you guys just turn it down?
Can you turn him down?
Gorilla.
Yeah. Me and Matt talked about this guy we used to play with. What was it? The Moss Valve? Was that the name of the... Have you ever heard of Moss Valve?
Mm-hmm.
They're fucking loud as fuck, right?
Yeah.
And we used to play with this guy, and he went out and got this big old Moss Valve. And we'd all set up in the basement, and he would just keep turning it up till no one could hear even the drums, and he's just like... We're like, dude, you got to turn it down, man. We're like, you're too fucking loud,
Yeah.
But he'd do it like every session, just drown us out.
Purposely.
Yeah, and I was like... Come on, man.
Remember that fag with the gloves?
Yeah.
Like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. But instead of
this
being like...
fucking fag with gloves. I mean, dude, he would have this beautiful guitar, nice equipment, and he'd wear gloves. Like, like cut off fingers. On both hands.
Fingerless gloves.
Fingerless gloves and shit, and he'd be like, oh yeah.
He's playing Joe Satriani.
Oh, dude, no, he couldn't fucking play. That's the point.
This was
that motherfucker couldn't play.
Full-on poser, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was just embarrassing. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, we're just fucking...
It's like, bling, bling,
clown.
bling, 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 bling.
Oh, dude. Where was that at? Anyway, that was at
was down at the space with Dean.
Dean, yeah.
And...
That was his buddy, wasn't it?
Well, it was Jamie's friend.
Jamie's, okay.
They brought this kid over, and he had a badass Strat. It was a vintage Strat, and he had this kick-ass amp and shit. It was all that shit, man. But he had these fucking fingerless gloves on, and I just looked at this guy, and I was like, oh, fuck that, man. Let's do this shit.
Does your tape player work?
Yeah.
I brought a cassette I was listening to last night, and some of it's like really bad. It's like me and Chris playing, and then someone else is there. I don't know who it is, but they're on the guitar, and they're playing like 2 or 3 notes, like not even like in a pattern, It's just like, and it goes on for like, losing my voice. It goes on for like a half an hour, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I was like, trying to figure out who's playing the guitar. But then on the other side, there was a couple jams that were pretty tight, And I was like, because I hadn't played this tape probably since I
No.
recorded it. Like,
If I ripped ass, you would know.
Fair enough.
Well, because it probably is.
there's enough fucking water.
Period.
Yeah.
Whatever evaporates is gonna come fucking down anyway.
Yeah, it's a closed system, right?
Oh fuck yeah. That's like saying, oh well, it's not gonna rain on the island. It's just gonna evaporate and fall in the ocean. It's just gonna miss the island altogether every time.
Except there's a 10,000-foot mountain that catches it.
That's it.
Yeah, the clouds come, they stick to it like a magnet and just fucking rain.
Rain.
Dude, there's one spot it gets like
Dude,
700 inches of rain a year.
Yes, that's my whole fucking
like one
point.
the side where the rain comes and hits.
Of course.
Boom,
yeah. It's ridiculous.
Could you imagine the
And
big
then
stuff
just-
where
I've been there, dude. It's like shit's growing on you. Like,
And then just imagine, and then just imagine fucking
you're like, I've been hanging
how
out
much
here too
water
long.
actually goes in the crevices of the whole island.
dude, when it storms, it just rushes out.
Oh God.
And they call it coconut water because it washes out all the coconuts and the in the mud, and then you have these big plumes of mud like out in the blue ocean, It's all, and you got to watch out because the sharks love the coconut water because they like to hunt in murky water.
Yeah.
So when surfers go out and they swim, they're like, "Hey, stay away from the coconut water," Fucking the sharks will get you. People are like, fucking, because the sharks actually eat coconuts and shit. They come in and go, chow, chow.
Well, and then and the thing is most of these morons look like fucking
Coconuts.
seals, smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth and wet.
Hairless.
Dude, I swear,
Seals.
one person, at least one person dies every day on Maui due to misadventure, like some kind of like biking act. You mostly drowning.
Jackassery.
People drown so much because of the waves and shit, dude.
Yeah.
They'll be like standing on a rock and it's all like rough lava rocks and shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh wow, look at that.
They're
And the big
just-
waves like
Gone.
sucked out into the ocean like unconscious.
Fucking morons.
Dude,
They just
so
become
much.
speed bumps for jet skiers.
Yeah,
and
it's
shit.
rough, man. It's a rough place.
What was that?
It's rugged as fuck, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's a huge mountain just like coming out of the ocean.
Yeah. It fucking snowed there.
Oh yeah, on the top, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah, you can go from the
Most
beach.
people don't even fucking realize that those islands actually have fucking snow.
Yeah, they got big ass mountains, is what they got.
Yeah.
They're big. They're not just like a pointy mountain. They're like a fucking giant
huge
volcano, like
like
a dome and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you go for. Yeah, they're big.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger than you. They're not mass. I mean,
They're massive.
They are
compared
massive.
to
Yeah.
for an island.
Yeah, they're not some flat ass island. That's
No,
not at all.
Hell no. It's jaggedy high shit, man.
Fuck yeah.
I mean,
dude.
where they reach like
Dude, they have
over 10,000 feet.
They have the tallest sea cliffs in the world. They're like 3,000 feet.
Yeah.
Straight down, dude.
Straight fucking down. Yeah, that's
And
insane.
you know what it is? Is the islands go like this? They
They
tip.
tip from the
So
weight.
what happens is they go straight down because the other part went and it rolled down the mountain
Yeah.
like hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
They found boulders hundreds of miles away from the islands, giant massive
Giant,
boulders.
massive motherfuckers.
Yeah, those fuckers, they lift and they're just fucking major parts just break off.
Yeah.
And then a tsunami like 1,000 feet goes out and hits like the west coast and
Oh,
shit.
sure.
Yeah, gnarly shit, dude.
Oh,
Like
That's
real shit, you know?
yeah. It's fucked up.
And if you can wrap your head around that, fucking you realize how small you are, you know? It's like,
It feels all biblicalized.
oh, yeah.
Shit.
There'd be some 1,000-foot wave coming.
Are you
dude.
getting
That's fucking it.
biblicalized?
That's like that one, that volcano on the African coast. They're talking about that motherfucker.
That thing's blowing up right now.
Yeah, and if it goes down into,
Oh, if it breaks off.
oh, dude, New York is gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
Literally, that
Hawaii-
whole coast.
Dude, Hawaii has the same thing on the Big Island.
Yeah.
There's this part, and every 2.5 years,
It just, yeah.
like clockwork, dude. It's a seismic thing, and
Yeah.
the volcano's right there.
Yeah.
It's this huge mass. It's like 1,000 cubic square miles
Oh, dude,
of
if
land.
that falls,
The whole thing could just roll off
slide
into
right
the ocean in
No.
California, dude, right for them.
gone.
Yeah, and people think about the San Andreas. They don't even
Yeah.
know about this other shit, dude. It's like,
That's the thing. Oh yeah, it'll fuck shit up. Like the one on Africa and like
Oh, yeah.
Hawaii. Yeah. Oh yeah.
all kinds of shit. Think about it too much, you won't do anything, right?
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, I'm fucked. No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at like Krakatoa. You know, when that motherfucker went off, people heard that motherfucker 3,000 miles away.
When was that?
That was in like when was that? 1850 to 1830, between 1832 to 1850.
Yeah, they heard the explosion.
Well, no, that's when it happened. The fucking, it was an event that was recorded by several people that were there. And it took like 2 or 3 days for it to fully tear itself apart. But it killed thousands of motherfuckers around it. I mean, what they were saying, like, if that event took place today, it would kill fucking millions because of the population
yeah.
now. Back then, there wasn't really
Yeah, everybody
that much.
wants to be by the
There was
water.
just tribes that lived around that.
Yeah, these
like
idiots
Fiji
pay millions of dollars to be right on the
to
water,
be
right?
living right by Krakatoa. Yeah.
Or just anywhere in the world.
Or anywhere.
Yeah, waterfront property.
Sure.
Like, oh. Okay.
So I mean, that was one of the fucking most violent explosions for like that they
Human
recorded.
history,
Yeah, and they said that the fucking tsunami it created, it literally did. I think it went 8 times around the fucking world.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was insane. And it created a mini ice age. It stumped
because of the
worldwide
dust,
growth. Yeah. Literally.
Blocked out the sun
And
for a
that's
couple
all.
years.
That's all it takes, you know.
For worldwide, not like local, but when they like actually read in like plants, trees, cores, they can see that period right there when Krakatoa exploded. It stumped growth worldwide. It fucked shit up. It created like almost like a mini ice age. And that was like like I said, 1830s, 1850s, something like that. So I mean, it was pretty hardcore. Guess what stands there today? The son, daughter of the original Krakatoa, and it's as fucking active, and that motherfucker is as big
As it was then.
as it was then.
Built back up again.
Yeah, they said that Krakatoa has exploded over and over and over. I mean, historically.
Yeah. It's just like the.
It's
like,
common.
Dude, it's like the
Again.
Hawaiian Islands.
It's gonna happen.
They say they're dormant.
Yeah.
That just means they're resting.
Yeah, that's all.
They're not done.
Fuck no.
Dude, Maui, like the Big Island has a bunch of lava flows all
Yeah,
over it. I mean,
yeah.
like hundreds and
Sure.
hundreds. You can see them all over.
Oh, yeah.
Different years.
Yeah.
You know, 10 years, 20 years, 100
Yeah.
years ago, 200 years.
Yeah.
And the older they are, the more they break up and get more
Yeah.
rubbly, you know.
Yeah.
But there's like fresh ones that are all like ripply
Sure.
and everything, you know.
Yeah.
But on Maui, there's one, and it's about 150 years old. And it's the only one you can really see that's kind of like, well, there is some other stuff, but it's pretty crusty, you know.
Yeah.
But this one's about 150 years old, so it's only been 150 years. But people on Maui are like, well, it'll never happen again, you know. They're like, nah, you know, like it's like you're a fucking idiot, you know, thinking
Yeah.
it couldn't happen. It could just split open and
It
fucking
will.
one day just be like, and just lava comes out, right?
That's it. That's it. I mean, it's like when
Are
did
you
this
recording?
happen?
No. Oh shit.
When did this happen? Where it killed fucking 250,000 people, when the Indian continent slipped.
Yeah, I heard
When
about an
was that?
earthquake
That
there.
was 20. When didn't that happen? Like
1905 or 19.
no, I'm talking about recently.
Oh.
It killed When was that, Matt? Wasn't that like 2010?